Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology. We're picking up where we left off last time with a seed mission. Now unfortunately I'm re-recording this because I had a couple CTDs while recording this the first time, and the good video got mixed in with the bad and I ended up deleting it on accident. But here we go. Iron Hand, USS Kitty Hawk, CVA 63, date August 8th, local time 11:30 hours, weather clear. Situation: while MEN serviced air missiles accounted for only a small percentage of US aircraft lost over Vietnam, the threat they posed was significant enough that US tacticians had to find ways to deal with them. In the increasingly hostile age of the missile, the role of the SAM suppressor became critical to the success of every strike. Mission objective: when the weather improved on August 8th, U.S. fighter bombers flew a daily total of 070 sorties over North Vietnam. This mission, you fly an Iron Hand mission in support of an attack on storage facilities in Route Pack 4. Attack and destroy the 3 designated SA-2 sites. Order of battle: recommended aircraft F-4B, recommended weapons LAU-61s, AIM-9Bs, threat suppression data, ground opposition SA-2s, KS-19s, and KS-12s, air opposition MiG-21s, and MiG-17s. Now, we see we have a large strike package, AWAC support, and we're heading west of Quan Lang. We'll take our ever-trusty F-4J, and we're going to go with a different loadout this time. We'll be taking 4 strike anti-radiation missiles, as well as a single 2,000-pound bomb between us and our wingman. This should be, and our cannon. That should be enough to deal with just about anything that gets thrown at us. Now, you can see we have a new radar mode here, and that's using the anti-radiation seeker on the strike missile. And basically, what an anti-radiation missile does is it homes in on a target's radar emissions. And we see we have an IR threat, so IR suspicious. But they're not popping up on our screens right now. Oh, there they are. So let's take care of these guys first. Now, oops. Had a little bit too much time compression there. But hopefully we aren't going to be weighed down too much, since the strike missiles aren't as heavy as our normal air-to-ground ordnance. Alright, we actually came out surprisingly well from that. Now if we can repeat that one more time. Come on. Alright, we got him. Be nice if some elements of the strike package helped us, but we had him for a second, and in my clicking frenzy I lost it.
Closing.
I think, no, we still got an IR threat, so he's around here somewhere.
Watch my tail. Showtime. Contact. Yours when approximate. 7 miles.
Here's Bandit, 6 o'clock low. Okay, so that must be what they're talking about. So anyways, let's get back on our checkpoint here. That's something we'll be using later, but for now, okay, so we have our first SAM site target here. If we can Turn on your radar. And you'll notice that all the SAM sites in the game pulse their radars. Actually, I think everything does. So you'll temporarily lose the lock. And there's more enemy fighters behind us.
19 miles.
So let's get this done with quickly.
Clear my 6.
And what I should be closer than that.
10 miles. Please advise. Target. 20 miles. 1 o'clock.
I don't know what SAM site
5 miles.
these guys are coming off of, but we'll take this one out since he's closest. The afterburner should give us a little breathing room.
18 miles. 16 miles. Contact Cannon. York. Mile. Please advise. Disengage. Target.
And I'm playing with fire time compressing so much, but and we'll release there.
Bullseye. Attack Sam. Your 12 o'clock flow. Engage.
Actually, let's have him disengage. We gotta take out another pair of MiGs. For the record, I don't actually remember having to take out all these MiGs in the last mission, or the last time I did this mission. Although my memory is a little fuzzy, I had to redo half the campaign in the makeup account just to get to this point. Oh, this is the guy we fought against earlier. Or he fought against someone earlier, because he's just about dead.
12 o'clock. Bullseye.
We have 9% damage, so we're doing pretty well here. Woo! That almost hit us. Okay, now we should be able to focus entirely on the SAM threat. Now, if we switch over to targeting mode of our strike missile, there we go. We'll close in for the kill on this guy. And you can see how even a 2,000-pound bomb wasn't enough to fully destroy this site. They've got very high damage, well, they have a lot of damage points in the game. And you'll see that this makes harm missiles effectively useless against them.
3 miles.
Because we could fire all 4 and not destroy 1.
2 miles. In range.
So we'll fire 2.
Alright.
And, oh, okay, one of them actually
1
worked.
mile. In range.
So there's 1 down. We have 2 more. We'll, I think what we'll do is we'll take our wingman on 1 site, and then we'll take another.
11 o'clock. Proceed to waypoint Bravo, bearing 163.
Okay.
Angel 2.
So we'll have our wingman target that one.
Attack Sam, you're 12 o'clock.
And
Waypoint Charlie, bearing 229. Climb to Angel
and we'll
6.
take this one.
Waypoint Delta, bearing 33 feet. Climb to Angel 6. I'm taking a shot. I'm taking AAA. Missile away. I'm taking a shot. Apex inbound. Drop down. Missile away. Impact. I'm taking AAA.
So yeah, we didn't have as much problem with this last time, but these missions became really important as time goes on. The U.S. during the Vietnam War and Israel during the Yom Kippur War developed a lot of tactics for suppression of enemy air defenses or SEAD, as well as electronic warfare, and both are vitally important in modern warfare. Part of the reason of U.S. military success since Vietnam was our ability to basically clear the skies of any opposition,
3 miles.
and then we can rain bombs down on our opponents with impunity. So these two actually took out 50% of its health, which is unusual. So we'll just go in with our cannon and finish the job. and we'll go help our wingman out. Now, in the original recording of this mission, we basically destroyed the AAA protecting each SAM site, and we had, I believe we had 2 SAM kills and our wingman had 1. I think the MiG kills were pretty split, so...
7 miles. He's hurting now.
Okay, so our wingman got it.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna go home.
Waypoint Delta, bearing 9.
We'll have our wingman tasked up with us, and I don't think our wingman really took much in the way of damage. In fact, I'm certain he did. And our damage was also pretty light. We took a little bit of damage from the AAA. In this version, we take a little bit of damage from the aircraft instead, but again, it's nothing serious. We did do pretty well on our landing. We botched the ending as usual, but we still had a 50% landing grade. So we'll
Sam, you're 8 o'clock flow, 9 miles.
We'll lock onto the Kitty Hawk once she's in range, and we'll go ahead and switch our HUD to navigation mode while we're at it. But yeah, this was a very formative time for electronic warfare and seed warfare. You see, the U.S. started developing specific aircraft for the Wild Weasel and electronic warfare missions. You had a derivative of the F-4E, which was known as the F-4G, which was basically a dedicated seed variant of the Phantom. You had the EA-6B Prowler, which was an electronic warfare and seed aircraft variant of the A-6E Intruder. And you also had, I believe, a EF-111 Aardvark, which was a variant of the F-111 Aardvark fighter bomber, although it really was just a bomber. And that ended up being used for electronic warfare, and I think it was capable of seed missions, but I'm not 100% sure on that. What I do know is that both the F-4G and the EF-111 were retired, which left for the longest time the sole aircraft capable of electronic warfare and seed missions. Well, I get of electronic warfare missions to be the Navy's Marines EA-6B Prowler. However, that's being phased out now in favor of the either EF or EA-18G Growler, which is an electronic warfare variant of the Super Hornet. Now, there are other aircraft capable of performing the seed mission. Basically, all you need is an aircraft capable of harm missiles. And of that, you have the Hornet and the Super Hornet. You had the F-16. You had the F-15E Strike Eagle. So basically, any multi-role aircraft is capable of performing the seed mission.
Lower. Call the ball. Lower. 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 On the ball. Lower. Fire.
So we did a decent job that time. We were still tinkering too much with everything at the end, but overall I think that was one of our better landings. But yeah, the strike missile that we're using in this game, or in this campaign I should say, eventually evolved into the AGM-88 HARM high-speed anti-radiation missile that's currently, of which the latest variant, the E variant, is used by US forces. And then I believe the Brits had their own anti-radiation weapon. The Russians eventually developed one too. The Israelis used ours, at least to start with. And you see the success pay off for these investments in electronic warfare in Israel during the 1982 Lebanon campaign when they tangled with Syria again. This time they managed to take out just about every SAM site that threatened them, as well as a good chunk of the Syrian Air Force with, depending on who you ask, little or no losses whatsoever. And then for the US in the Gulf War, by taking out all the air defenses early on, it led to a huge success of the air campaign and an overall success in the war for the US. And you see that later with US interventions in the second Iraq war, the war in Afghanistan, although their air defenses were spotty to begin with, the intervention in Libya, and it just plays a huge role in modern warfare. Debrief, USS Kitty Hawk, CVA-63, date August 8th, mission Iron Hand, resolution, success. Great work shutting down those SAM sites. So we destroyed the 3 targets, we took minimal damage. In this version we killed all the fighters, I think. In the other one it was a 2-1 or 1-2 split. This time we didn't bother with the AAA. So we'll repair our damage, and we'll see you next time as we take on a CAP mission in defense of the Kitty Hawk. See you then.